Well, on Wall Street, stock futures slipped overnight. The Dow slipping 0.3%, the S&P falling 0.8%, and the NASDAQ also closing down at 0.6%. Investors closely monitoring earnings and economic data, throwing the market into a state of uncertainty. Now, despite these losses, Twitter stock has been up, but the workforce could soon be down. Elon Musk reportedly looking to cut 75% of staff. NewsNation business contributor Lydia Moynihan joins us live. So, Lydia, good morning. Does this mean Musk is finally going through with the deal? And what do you think the new Twitter will look like?
It's a familiar narrative we've seen. Elon Musk sowing chaos at Twitter once again. And it's interesting. A few people I spoke with, actually, their read on the situation is that this is a good thing because it means that Elon Musk has actually thought about what he wants to do when and if he ends up helming Twitter. And of course, investors always like to see cost cutting, and this would be some serious cost cutting. Twitter has been pushing back on this report. They have acknowledged they could maybe look to slash about a quarter of the workforce, or about $800 billion off of the payroll. But of course, if they're not actually running the company, does it matter if they're denying that report? So one red flag here, of course, is that people have been very concerned about what Elon Musk's content moderation policy is. And the concern is that if he axes a lot of the workforce, many of those people who maybe are trying to monitor the bot situation, fake news, they could be the first to go, and that would sort of imperil Twitter's content moderation ability. So it'll just kind of, we'll see what happens when he actually, if he does take over, who he decides to slash. Another thing I want to note here is that a lot of tech executives who actually code themselves, and Elon Musk does code, when they look at the makeup of a workforce and they see how many people are on the payroll not doing that much coding, they realize, hey, I could do that same job, and you're coding one module in a week, I could do that in an hour, and it kind of encourages them to get rid of a lot of people. So it'll be a very different Twitter under Elon Musk for sure.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. Lydia, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.